Hi, I'm your friend Danny, and today I'm going to be talking about my second ever EP release, which is called Look Out the Window. My first ever project release was called Faded, album artwork here, and I talked a little bit about that in another video of mine called Fate, Love, and Music, but this is about Look Out the Window. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about it and what I'm doing. And this project has 3 songs on it, just like Faded. The first one is called High Above Me, the second one is called Decomposing, and the third one is called Improvement. So all these songs are like very meaningful to me. My first EP, Faded, was more of a concept EP based on faded love and reincarnation with a soulmate. But this one is a lot more vulnerable to like who I am. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about it. So yeah. My first song, High Above Me, comes from a place of wanting to have confrontation with people that have made me feel ashamed in any way, shape, or form. I think that my most prominent emotion throughout my life for some reason has been shame. And I think that a lot of people can kind of agree with me on that. If you've always kind of been like honest and loud and you make mistakes a lot or whatever, oftentimes other people will laugh at you or like give you backhanded insults, things like that. So that's what the first one is about. When I was making that song, I was at the gym in the morning, and for some reason I just felt the need to like channel that like primal emotion inside of me when I was working out, and I was listening to Rob Zombie, and I was like, oh my goodness, I need to go home and make music right now. So I did, and that's also a video. I don't know which one it is, but you'll find it somewhere in my YouTube videos. One thing about me is that I like to like record when I'm doing to like document everything, and I also think that I'm really funny sometimes because I'm so out there. Like when I make music, I'm like in the zone, so I'm not thinking, and I just say like random things out my mouth all the time. It just happens. So if you're interested in like recording or seeing the trials and error of recording music, definitely check out some of my recording videos. They're pretty cool. My second song on this EP is definitely my favorite. It's very sad. It's called Decomposing, and it's a song about dying, basically. So it's supposed to be like a meditation on the listener's death. And I am, first of all, one of my main interests that I like to learn about, that I love to learn about, that I'm just super passionate about, is philosophy and psychology and things like that. So Carl Jung, Sartre, I can't pronounce a lot of their names, Schopenhauer, Camus, like all of them, they are the loves of my life. And this song comes more from Stoicism. And one common thing in Stoicism is thinking about your death, because when the time comes, you'll be able to handle the painful emotions that come with it. So that's one facet of the song. It is also inspired by people that go out, that, how do I put it, that die far away from society, like out in the woods, out in nature, and their family doesn't even know that they're dead. I think that this can connect to a lot of strange unsolved murder cases. I think that it can kind of connect to MMIW. It just connects to like the people that are out there decomposing that nobody thinks about, nobody puts enough attention onto. So that's another thing. Death comes with being forgotten, and that's just one part of the song. So you are decomposing and you're thinking like, what's gonna find me, because the first thing that's gonna find you when you're out in the wilderness and you're far from society is probably not gonna be a person. It's gonna be the wildlife around you. It's gonna be an owl, a vulture, which is what I talked about in the song. It's gonna be wolves, coyotes, things like that, fungi, all sorts of weird wilderness things. So you're like sinking into the forest. Yeah, it's a sad song. It's not meant to be like inspirational like I try to make most of my music. It's just made to increase self-awareness and awareness of dying and being forgotten. So in a way, I guess that it can inspire you to create a legacy. By far my favorite song. I don't know why. It really makes you feel something. And I added in like radioactive kind of effects. I went all out with it, and it was pretty fun to make and sing. But yeah, very deep song. My dad really likes it. He says that the song is very deep. So at least if I've impacted him in a sort of way, then, you know, I've impacted one person. But I'm really excited for other people to hear it and think deeper, you know? I know that there will never be a happy ending. And then my third song on the EP is called Improvement. Now, if you're anything like me, you're really big on like self-therapy, self-improvement, like being able to change your own life. Of course, I do recommend therapy. I'm just talking about on your own time. How do I put it? You have to be able to do things on your own, to live life on your own. And so I kind of like, I added in a secondary figure. Like there's this one line, 2 lines, 3 lines, I don't know. But the main purpose is like growing into yourself. So the second verse is my favorite. I just love the lyrics in it. I actually like the lyrics in these 3 songs. They're a lot better than my first EP release. Like I said, this one is way more personal, comes like straight blah blah blah, right? So it's just about self-improvement. So if you're in a self-improvement mood lately, you'll like that song, I think. It's very guitar heavy, and that one was by far like the most fun to make for me. I had a grand old time. I just finished it yesterday morning actually, and I just mixed it up, but I just didn't want to like ruin the raw effects, so I barely did anything to it really. Just fixed the balances and added some reverb and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, if you're into like self-improvement or thinking about like little tasks like watering plants, or I don't even know how to put it, then yeah, you'll like that song. It's pretty cool. So for the picture that was used on the EP, I could not figure out a cool picture. I was gonna do like another picture of me, but I decided not to. So I was scrolling through my photos and I found this picture that I took of my best friend's window. And I just thought that it looked so pretty, and it's very spring, and I'm releasing this in the spring because it's a window with like the roses outside, little snow globes, and all sorts of stuff. So I was like, I'm gonna use this picture. And then I'm calling it Look Out the Window as a reference to mindfulness. I think that a lot of us get sucked into like our phones and distracting ourselves and entertainment, that, you know, like when you'll just be sucked into the void, or you'll be like thinking really bad things about yourself, or you'll be like really stressed out about all the things that you have to do, but you're just laying there and you're just out of it, and then you look out the window and you're like, there's a world outside. That's kind of the point of why I called it that. So that's like about the artwork. It's just my best friend's window, and then look out the window, like connect back to the world again for a little bit, you know? Anyways, I put a lot of love and vibes into my music, so I have links in the description. You can check out Faded. And I'm just super excited that I've kept with it and that I'm still making and releasing music, because it's so out of my comfort zone to like post and talk about myself and like my artwork on social media. So yeah, let me know what you think. And have a lovely day.